Pretty
But
good, huh?
interesting episode. Well,
Yeah.
interesting couple of episodes. Very intense
I
episodes.
think that was one of the highest rated TV episodes of all time.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
I think it
I mean,
was
I can
like
understand why it's really intense.
It was like a movie, yeah.
Yeah, like you're watching a movie. Yeah, it's both episodes, were
Mm.
really,
Yep.
yeah,
Seven was definitely a lot slower, but you could feel the tension there still, like it was building up. And then
yeah.
eight was just like,
And then it
whoa.
culminated in this episode where we could see it was, the basically a massacre of the Gorman people. So yeah.
actually top 10 highest of all time. Of so not just Star Wars, but
Mm.
of all TV episodes, of all series of all time.
Wow.
Yeah,
It was very, very intense for
that
sure.
was intense. Yeah. Like you could see all the tension that it built. It
That episode saying,
They definitely did a lot better than the movies with that.
mm.
Amazing.
Mm. I mean, for sure, it's really yeah. I mean, both episodes are just really well done. I think the best so far in this, that we've watched so far in this season.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
I'd agree with that.
Mm.
Yeah,
Best
I'd
two so
agree.
far.
Yeah, you could see that build up of tension and escalating violence
Mm.
straight away, and then you can see that eventually erupting in episode 8. So yeah,
Yeah.
really incredible. Um, yeah, couple of episodes.
It was a massacre, basically, wasn't it?
Hmm.
It's called the
Yep.
Gorman Massacre.
Gorman massacre.
Common
Yeah.
massacre.
Yeah, Gorman Massacre.
It's a bit like a rebellion, like or revolution kind of thing.
Yeah, it's a
It's an insurrection.
Insurrection,
Yeah.
insurrection, and you can see how violent it became. But it was planned to become that way. But that had been planned from the beginning.
yeah. Oh
Um,
yeah.
that insurgency, and it was actually Dedra's idea. She brought that idea to Krennic when they had that initial meeting about Gorman.
Oh, Deborah's idea, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, but she didn't tell Sam
Yep.
about it. He had no
Yep.
idea.
Yep. And apparently the whole massacre was actually in canon.
It
Hmm.
was.
Like before in Legends, actually. Not I mean now it's canon. It was in Legends before. So they had it the 2 BBY, so that is actually correct. It's 2 years before the Battle of Yavin.
Hmm.
So the next episode will still be episode 9, so we're still behind. So that would still be 2 BBY.
Yeah.
And then the last arc will be 1 BBY, so it's year.
Hmm.
But this episode and next one are the 9.9 and 9.8 on IMDb.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
So
then
next one should be very good as well.
yeah, you've got the aftermath essentially as being episode 9, the aftermath of that. We'll see what like the fallout has led to, we'll get to see how everyone sort of reacts to that from the Imperial side, from Luthen's side, that'll be interesting to watch as
mm,
well.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
yeah, Andor and Cyril finally have their confrontation.
Hmm.
That big fight at the end between them. I think they've sort of been like Cyril has been waiting to catch Andor this whole time.
And yeah.
So, you can see like the minute he saw him, it just like went for it. So, and the funny thing is, Andor doesn't even know who he is.
Yeah, he doesn't.
He
Oh
has
yeah.
no idea who is this guy. Why did he suddenly just like attack me like
And
this?
then he got shot.
And then he was shot, yeah, but a rebel leader. Um,
Oh, so Andor got shot, is it?
no, 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 not
No,
Andor.
No,
The
the
Cyril.
the
Cyril.
zero.
Cyril got shot.
Well, he died.
Yeah. Well, he was lucky that that guy happened to be there at that point in time. You know, he nearly got shot himself, Andor. So
Oh, yeah, I see,
Cyril
I see.
nearly shot him. So he was very lucky that Wilmon and the rebel leader just were there at the right time.
Oh, I see, I see.
Him. And then also when with the tank, Sam with the tank as well. Another lucky escape.
Oh, yeah, the droid
So he's
thing,
had
yeah.
a few lucky
Yeah.
escapes in
And
this.
and we finally find those droids.
Yeah,
And those
those,
droids that we did see in Rogue One.
oh, those are in Road One, those droids.
Yep. So I do you think that is the droid that they must have recovered that droid and
Yes,
then they rebuilt it.
Oh,
that's
they
right.
rebuilt the droid.
That must be the droid that basically Andor took that apart, rejigged it. And that's the droid that we know.
Yep, that probably is the droid that we know.
Yeah. So that's how he got it, basically. This is the story of how he got it. He got it from the Gorman massacre. So
Oh, that's the droid.
yeah.
Mm, interesting. They're pretty strong, those droids, huh?
Yeah. That's the first appearance of them in this series.
Oh, wow, yeah.
So it's interesting that the Imperial forces sort of put them to use.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. And it threw people around like wow.
Yeah, with this force, just a huge force.
They have the force, is it? Hmm. Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah.
Yep. So what was that droid's name again?
I can't actually remember the name of his name. But that should be an Easter egg for sure.
Yeah, because the Alan Tiddick was it? Who voiced the guy? Yeah.
Oh.
For sure that should be.
Yeah, he voiced the droid.
The droid. Hmm.
Yep, so he's probably coming in maybe in the next episode since they have the droid now. If
That's
they
right.
rebuild the droid, that's probably going to be his voice.
Yeah. So they'll bring it back and
Hmm.
build it.
Yep.
Yeah. Nice.
I'm looking forward to seeing a rebuild droid. Probably next episode.
Yeah, probably in the next episode. They probably well, people would know if they watched ahead.
Mm.
But yeah, they probably rebuilt the droid probably to cap get like information from the droid if it
Mm.
does have information or not.
Hmm.
Mm. Yeah. Mhm. But yeah, very interesting couple of episodes to see, you know, that tension as well between, what Dedra knows she has to go through with this, but also knowing, the cost of it, you know, the lives that are, going to be lost.
Hmm.
Yep. So that definitely was quite a brutal
Mm.
episode 8.
Yeah.
My cat is meowing.
Yeah, I can hear in the background. Mm.
Yeah, interesting.
Mm.
Yep.
Yeah, dope. Hmm. This-
Yep. Really solid episode.
Mm.
Do we
yeah.
get to the Easter eggs?
Yes.
Oh, probably not because
Oh,
Oh wait, oh yeah, we haven't
Oh,
got
not
through
yet,
the
because
last
we
ones.
haven't seen
still
episode.
missing one. Yeah.
We're still missing one,
oh,
yeah.
still missing one.
We can't go
Oh,
through Easter eggs yet.
Chapter 3.
Yeah.
oh, I see.
Mm. But for sure, the droid is an Easter egg.
Yeah, the droid is definitely an Easter egg.
Mm.
Yeah, the droid.
And
Mm.
yeah, so I think that um, now that they've taken control essentially of Gorman, the Imperial forces, um, with all the mining rigs and everything,
Mhm.
Mm.
it looks like, yeah, um, we're gonna see things ratchet up even more um, as they go through their plan to mine planet. So yeah. Hmm.
Mm.
Yeah, getting real serious now.
Yeah. And we're getting to see sort of Andor in a different way as well because he's having, it seems like, second thoughts about being part of the rebellion, at least in episode 7, where he seems quite ambivalent about really becoming a rebel leader.
Mm.
um
Mm.
Still, even though he does believe in the rebellion, he likes his independence. Like
Yeah.
he doesn't really like following orders. But then he does go on this mission with Wilman, and essentially he was being sent as a hitman
Mm.
to kill Dedra. And while he didn't succeed with that, but still, it's interesting to see him um, sort of being willing to kind of go on those kinds of missions where he's essentially um,
Mm.
like that scene with him and like the rifle. It kind of reminds me a little bit of
The Jackal.
the
Mm.
Jackal, yeah, which is
That's a movie, is it? Yeah.
No, it's
Oh no,
well,
sorry.
it was a
well,
movie,
it
but it was a
was.
series.
It was
And
a
then
series as
became a
well. Yeah. It was a
series. Yeah.
series, yeah.
It was a series
Oh, the Jackal.
recently about it. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Sniper.
Yeah.
Sniper.
Because I've never seen him as a sniper before. Obviously, we've seen him as a pilot, but he's never been sent as like, a hitman, as an assassin before. So it's interesting to see him on this
Mm.
sort of mission. Yeah.
There
Um,
was there was a sniper bad guy as well.
yeah. And then, of course, they were part of the Imperial forces. They were stationed um,
Oh,
and made
yeah,
it seem like, that it
yeah.
was the rebels
It was the rebels. Yeah.
were, who were shooting at the Imperial forces. It was designed that way
Oh,
to escalate that what's supposed to be a peaceful protest into something violent.
Yeah, be because one of the Empire forces was shot first.
Hmm.
But
mm,
but yeah, I think that was actually the start of the plan for the Empire, like
Hmm.
making it look like they're not at fault.
Yeah.
mm,
So they made it seem like it was the Gormans who fired the first shot, that they were the ones who attacked the Imperial forces, and the Imperial forces were defending themselves. But that wasn't really true. We know that that was
Staged.
staged, and
days.
was Dedra's plan. Um, yeah.
Mm,
Mm.
interesting.
Mm.
Really brutal.
Mm. But it shows that increasing brutality of the empire, um,
The Empire.
and of course this is all part of their plan to build the Death Star because they need um,
Oh,
like, I mean, obviously season 1, they're, first they're getting prisoners to work on making the parts for the
for the Death Star.
manufacturing the parts for the Death Star, but they need something to power it, and that's where Gorman comes in because of the I
Oh,
remember calcite, was it? or calcite, something like that.
Yeah, the material
The
Something
that they
like
material that they
need.
need to power the Death Star in order to generate enough energy to power it.
oh
They
yeah.
need to mine Gorman, but it will make the planet unstable. It will basically destroy the planet
Mm, yep.
Oh, that's
to mine that.
so that's why they want to kill those people so
Yeah.
they can take it all. Is it take
It
it?
was essentially to take over Gorman.
Oh yeah. Mm.
That was always the plan, was that
Yep.
if they weren't willing to cooperate, then they were going to force them out essentially,
Oh,
so they could mine Gorman.
welcome back.
Yep.
But,
The Empire is evil,
The
obviously.
Empire. Wow, the Empire.
yeah.
Interesting.
Mm.
Mm.
It's, did we get to scores?
Okay.
Yeah, like cut it short this time. Like, dude, I didn't think I could handle speaking so much right now.
Mm. I mean, I love both episodes. I think that it definitely
Mm.
deserves the high scores that it's been getting. So like for me, it's definitely 9 for both episodes. They're both fantastic episodes. Just like the best so far that I've watched this season. Yeah.
Mm.
Mm,
So I really love both episodes. They were both great.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no sort of like, how some episodes can be like filler episodes,
Yeah.
but neither of these was that. Like they're just, you know, just full on intensity from the start. And that's, it's, gotten so much stronger in terms of the pacing,
The
and the
pacing.
action. I mean, yeah, it's definitely where we sort of want it to be leading
yep.
up to the events of Rogue One. So I think, yeah, definitely solid 9 for both for me.
Mm.
F.
Yeah, I like both of them too. I like especially the second one. Yeah.
Mm.
It's like a full on movie kind of style. Um, insurrection or rebellion or that
Mm.
kind of thing. Yeah, I like to see what happens
Mm.
to Detroit and what happens after this. But yeah,
Mm.
it's definitely good. Yeah,
Mm.
and the fight scenes were quite intense too. Some of the
Oh yeah,
yeah,
especially between Cyril and Andor. My goodness,
yeah, at the
violent,
end, quite violent actually.
very
Yeah,
violent fight between them.
yeah, really raw energy kind of fight. Yeah.
Mm.
Yep.
Um, hmm. Yeah, interesting. So that was just a rebel leader or something, was it? That that was killed in the end. That was shot. Hmm.
Oh, you mean who
Well,
shot Cyril? Yeah, he was the rebellion. Yeah,
Yeah.
well, a lot of rebels died,
Oh yeah, there were lot of rebels
a
there.
lot of rebels died. In this,
and
Wait,
Cyril died.
so
Cyril himself died. So
oh
yeah,
yeah. Yeah, but Andor's not a rebel though, no. Is it?
He
It-
is
not part of the Gorman rebellion, but part of the rebel
Rebel Alliance.
Alliance, yeah.
alliance
Oh, Rebel
in
Alliance.
general. That
Yep. But
is.
I think this is one of the reasons why the rebellion started to get together properly this time instead of being like so many different
Scattered.
factions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this really ignited their um, determination to really take down the empire.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
If there wasn't enough sort of motivation, this would be it. This is the thing that would have
Mm.
fired up Cassian, having witnessed the
That
Gorman massacre.
yeah.
And
They should have joined up
after
maybe.
this, like I think he's definitely driven now to take down the empire.
They're gonna unite and then take down the Empire.
Mm.
Something like that, yeah.
I think this is the thing that sort of cemented his commitment.
And that leads on to Rock One,
Yeah, Rogue One.
Yep. Rogue One, which we all know is coming.
which we all know what's gonna happen to Endor.
Is he in Rogue One actually?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's in Rogue. Of course.
He's the main guy
He's the
in
main guy in that
Rogue
movie.
He and
One,
Jin Erso were like the leads of Rogue
Oh
One,
yeah, yes, yes, I remember.
and the droid, which we know.
and of course that droid
Oh yeah,
we saw.
they fight in the desert. I remember at the end, isn't it? Yeah.
Uh,
I forgot the Andor I'm talking about. Oh, no, maybe that's a different one. Oh no, no, I mean and Rogue One. Sorry, Rogue One. At the
Rogue One, they fight on a planet. It
on
wasn't
a
a
planet,
desert.
on a flat field, and then something like that, right? They hide in the corner, they hide in the hole and stuff. No, they all come out or something. Yeah, I forgot.
No, no, I think
Uh,
they ended up essentially stealing the plans of the Death Star. He and Jyn Erso.
Oh,
That was their mission in Rogue One.
yeah,
oh, I see.
Steal those plans.
Stealing those plans. Yeah.
I mean, Rogue One leads straight into episode
4.
4, right?
And
Oh,
then straight after the events of Rogue One is
Mm.
basically A New Hope.
oh
Mm.
yeah.
yeah,
Sorry, you're right. The end of Rogue One is the beginning of the New Hope. Yeah.
Beginning
Mm.
of A New Hope when they hand over the plans of the Death Star to Leia.
Yeah, she's
yeah,
holding. Yeah. Ah, yes. Okay. All right. I think I must be thinking of something else.
Hmm.
Hmm.
yeah, maybe.
Hmm.
I think you might be thinking of the Obi-Wan series.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
There is a fight in the desert, but that was between Obi-Wan and Anakin.
Anakin.
Oh,
And Darth
Yeah,
Vader.
but
maybe a different one. Yeah.
That's a different, yeah, series though. I
Hmm.
wonder if they'll do a second series of Obi-Wan.
Oh,
Sort of
second.
like as a parallel to
uh,
this. Um,
Oh,
there's no
some
announcement yet, but we never know.
somehow I think it's not likely, but I wouldn't also fully rule it out either.
Yeah. It's hard to tell at this stage. I mean, they're more focused on Andor, obviously. So
mm. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but there is a lot of stories I can tell that because I think recently they've also been doing like a prequel series of Darth Vader,
okay,
but I think that's only going to be as a novel, not as an actual series.
okay. It could be just like a one-off special. Also,
Yeah, but I think it's like in canon novel is what they're trying to say.
mm,
So it's not going to be something that we can watch
mm,
unless they plan of doing it that way, and then they could get like Caden Christensen.
yeah.
Who knows?
Mm. And there is also the possibility of Ahsoka season two, because they sort of left things a bit open-ended at the end of season one. So
Oh, we know that's definitely going to be coming,
yeah,
Mm.
but we don't really know when.
yeah. There's no date announcement as such yet. So yeah. Mm.
Mm.
But what's your score, Jeff?
Oh,
Back to
yes.
that. What's your score for
Oh,
both?
what's it got? Oh, it's got to be up 9, I think, the last, especially the last one.
Mm.
Um, it just has everything that's kind of, yeah. It's not even the end yet. It's only halfway, just past halfway. So, interesting they put this really good part in the middle, huh?
No, it's
But
past the middle.
okay,
I think we're a little bit past the middle
let's
now.
pass middle. Okay, but
Um,
usually
Yep.
this stuff is like at the end, right? But
This is chapter 3 already.
that's just
Jeffrey.
really already. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so
Mm.
it's the middle episode of chapter 3. So the
Uh,
next one would be the aftermath of the
Mm.
yes.
You can see what.
massacre.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah. So. Yeah, I'll give it a 9, I reckon. It's really good. Yeah. So just mm,
All right. Is Bill
yeah.
still around?
Bill, what's your
Yeah,
score?
me, high school.
Mm,
I'd probably give it a 7 and an 8. Um, the the second episode, uh, let it on from the previous episode very well, and the intense fighting scene was well choreographed, and yeah, overall it was well played, and a bit intrigued as to what's going to happen from now.
But they're so small they're evading our turbo lasers.
Hello?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
7 and 8. Okay.
7 and 8. Wow.
Marcus?
Um, yeah, definitely a 9 for episode 8.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean, I've been wanting to see this episode for a while
Oh, really?
because I've heard how
Good
it's
stories about it. Wow, wow.
like one of the top 10
Wow.
highest rated episodes of all time.
Oh, you saw that already. Wow, okay. Interesting.
And I can see why. Yeah, I can
Oh,
see
yeah.
why.
Now you can see why.
So, I mean, Endor, it has sometimes been slow moving, as you all know, but
Yeah, it has.
I think there's a reason for it. It's for episodes like this, right? It's
It
building up to episodes like this.
needs a build up.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this one, I definitely agree that these build-ups are a lot better than what they did in the first season. The first season ones, they just dragged on, but this one, you could actually feel the tension with even the episode, which were just like not much happening.
Yeah.
I feel like it's much more purposeful when it's been a slow burn kind of episode. So
Yeah.
I feel like that's, it's done much better in this season for sure.
Yeah, like this was kind of a better way of doing a slow burn. Like it's yeah, it was actually a really good one.
Mm.
Marcus,
Yeah.
did you give your scores?
Yeah, I have
Yeah,
8.
so
Mm.
you left on. So yeah, I thought the series was well so far. Episode 7, I'd give a bit of a lower score because it was a bit slower, but it was still solid. It did what it had to do. So I give it maybe like a 7.5.
Mm.
Because yeah, you really see all of like the happenings, everything. It's not just a battle. There's actually like politics being played in between as well. So there is actually a lot happening, and we get to see that, which is kind of cool. And then episode 8, they just went straight out with the whole Gorman massacre.
Mm.
And that was done really well. Like it wasn't short in any sense. It was like full on. And it kept going. So episode 8,
Mm.
they'd give maybe like an 8.5.
Mm.
Like it's hard for me to score quite high, but this one, I think it also could be higher. Like I could have given it a 9 if I watched it with
Mm.
episode 9 as well.
Yeah, and I think the following 5, they are all extremely good ones,
Mm.
right? More than 9.5 on IMDb.
All right.
Oh, wow.
Wow. That's quite a record.
So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 5 consecutive.
5 consecutive.
That's a pretty great record. That's yeah.
5 consecutive is just scoring 9.5.
So the next 2 weeks, yeah.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
that's pretty.
I mean, this is probably the most critically acclaimed Star Wars series. Like
Yeah.
it's just,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, it's interesting. Wow, it's very good actually.
Mm. And I wish all the other Star Wars series were, um, of this quality as well. Like, because
Mm,
there were some, like the Acolyte, which was, a disappointment. But if it had been much better written, it could have been like Andor.
mm,
Well, Andor does know what they're doing.
Mm.
What they did with the Acolyte, it was just so like
It was,
messy
yeah.
all
See, the
over the
writing
place.
wasn't solid there. That's where the difference is between good and bad writing, essentially. Yeah.
mm.
Yep, so quite a solid series for season two.
Mm.
I wonder what the score for season two as a whole actually is.
Pretty high.
Mm.
I
Yep,
would think so, yeah. From the scores that we've seen so far, it's for sure.
yep,
Uh,
I'd assume high, but I don't think it could get like a perfect 10.
No, it's a perfect 10, but I think it's at least a 90. Yeah, 97.
mm,
97 and 88 as well.
mm,
2,500 plus ratings.
yeah. No, that's pretty solid score, I would say.
That is solid, but if you've seen like scores from like when life gives you tangerines, how many how many
Yeah.
reviews does that have now?
Mm.
Mm.
But then that series was uh
But of course, that's a completely different type of series.
Yeah,
So
but this one only has 250.
This only has what, sorry?
250.
Oh,
250. It had a lot more than that.
oh
Whereas
no.
whereas Endor has 10 times.
interesting.
2,500 plus.
Which one? Andor.
I mean, it's got much more.
Now, if you
Yeah.
look at the Google review, it's 100% Rotten Tomatoes, audience score 5, 1,11505 ratings.
Mm.
That's actually a lot more.
Yeah.
So that's probably the ratings only on the Rotten Tomatoes, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
other
overall,
places
I'm
like,
sure there's a lot more. Like,
yeah, a lot more. But
Mm,
then, yeah, that's just a whole different ballgame. It's so much better show altogether.
mhm. Interesting.
If you haven't watched it yet, I'd recommend it. I can't stop talking about it.
Mhm.
Yeah, I've seen it.
It's emotional.
Yeah, it's kind of
I
emotional.
haven't seen it yet. I don't know, I'm having issues with my Netflix at the moment.
On
But
Netflix.
yeah, yeah, just having some technical issues.
You, you have an account, is it?
Yeah, yeah. I do. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah,
For some reason, it just keeps, glitching. I don't
Oh.
know why, but then sometimes it'll work perfectly fine, and then suddenly it glitches.
Mm,
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
interesting.
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, definitely a show to watch.